The next question states, the procedure output linked list outputs data in the linked list, not output data in the array. Like I always tell you, there is difference between the array and the linked list. The linked list is implemented in the array. Does not mean we are just going to output data from the array. So the procedure output linked list outputs data in the linked list in the order by following the pointers from first node. So you have to follow the pointers from first node. Then write the program for what? For output linked list. Okay, before I go back, because to write this, I need to go back to the previous step. So first and foremost, let me create the function. So def output linked list. Output linked list. No parameter. Okay. I need the global variables first. Okay. The question states, outputs data in the linked list in order by following the pointers from first node. So let's move our code. Let's run the previous code to understand where the first node is and understand what the question really wants. Okay. Remember, according to the question, we are adding first 5 values. So let's move to insert data. Now, for num in, to insert the data, if first empty is not equal to -1, at first, the value of first empty is equal to 0, it is not -1. Okay, good. You return, that means you end the function. So since it is not -1, this part of code will be ignored, isn't it? Now, for num in range of 5, the value of num is 0. So when the value of num is equal to 0, so that means that linked list of 0, 0 is equal to input. So linked list of 0, 0 is this value, isn't it? So we may put the input. Let's assume the input is 5. Okay. Then it says next is equal to the value at the second column, that is 0, 1. So next is equal to 1, isn't it? Which is this value. Then I said the linked list of 0, 1 is equal to first node. The value of first node is equal to -1. So that means this value was changed from 1 to -1, isn't it? According to the step. Don't forget, I was not the one who decided this. It was the question that decided this for me, isn't it? So don't fight with the question. Just follow the question, because someone may start arguing, but it's supposed to be equal to 1, not -1. No, just follow the question step by step. Now, first node is equal to first empty. The value of first node is now equal to what? Is now equal to 0. So this is now first node. Then first empty is equal to next. First empty will be equal to 1. This is now first empty will be equal to 1, because next is equal to 1. So I kept it so I can save it as first empty. So this is now for the first empty space, isn't it? Now, let's add another value. Since we are adding 5 values, let's add another one. Let's assume we add 4. Isn't it? So that means the value of num is now equal to 1. So num is equal to 1. So when the value of num is 1, that means we work with index 1, isn't it? Now at index 1, so the linked list of first empty. What is the value for first empty? Index 1, 0. That is, first row and first column will be equal to what? Will be equal to, let's assume we are adding 4, isn't it? Will be equal to 4. Next is equal to the next column, that is 1, 1, isn't it? 1, 1 is next. That means the value for next will be equal to 2, isn't it? Now, linked list of 1, 1 is equal to first node. That means this value is now equal to first node. The value for first node was 0, isn't it? Which will be equal to 0. So this is no longer 2. That was why it was kept in next. Then first node is equal to first empty. What is the value for first empty? First node is equal to first empty. Don't forget that first empty was 1, isn't it? So first node, the value of first node has now been changed to first empty, which was 1. So this is now first node. Do you understand? Then First empty is equal to next. The value of next is 2. So this is now first empty. Now it goes back to num equals to 2, isn't it? So the value of num equals to 2. You must check this. That was why you are given 6 marks, 12 minutes to do all this. Okay? So the value of num is now equal to 2. So when the value of num is 2, linked list of first empty. What was the value for first empty? It is 2. That means linked list of 20 is equal to the value. Let's assume we are adding 7. So linked list of 20 is 7, isn't it? So that has been added, 7. So this value is cancelled. So this is now 7. Okay, this value is cancelled. This is 7. So it states that next is equal to linked list of 2, 1. Don't forget first node was first empty is 2. So that means the value for next is now equal to 3. Now linked list of 2, 1 is equal to first node. So this value is equal to first node. What is value for first node? 1. So this value is now 1. This is cancelled, isn't it? So it says that first node is equal to first empty. The value for first node is now equal to 2. So first node is no longer 1, it is now 2. So this is now the value for first node. Then first empty is equal to next, which is 3, first empty. Can you see? So this is now minus 1, 0, 1. So when the value of num is now equal to 3, it goes back to the for loop. It becomes linked list of first empty. First empty was 3, 0. So 3, 0 is this. Is now equal to the new value. Let's assume the new value is 8, isn't it? Now, next is equal to 3, 1. 3, 1 is 4. That means the value for next is now equal to 4. Then, linked list of 3, 1 is equal to first node. So this value is changed to the value of first node, which is 2, isn't it? Now, linked list of 3, 1 is equal to first node. This is done. First node is equal to first empty. The value for first node is now equal to 3, no more 2. So the value of first node is this. The value for first empty is equal to next, which is 4. This is first empty. Can you see? Now, when num is equal to 4, that is 1, 2, 3, 4. Now the fifth value, which is going to be the last value, isn't it? So when num is now equal to 4, linked list of first empty 0. First empty is 4. So linked list of first 0, which is this value, will now be equal to the new value. Let's assume the new value is 6. It has been added. So next is equal to linked list of 4, 1. So the value for next is now equal to 4, 1, which is now 5, isn't it? Now, linked list of 4, 1 is equal to first node. So this value is now equal to first node, which is 3. Okay, because first node was 3. First node is equal to first empty. So the value of first node has been changed to what? To first empty. So the value for first node is now equal to 4. So first empty is equal to next. So first empty will now be equal to 5. First empty is equal to 5, index 5, which must be minus 1. And this must be what? This must be 6, isn't it? According to our initialization. So the 5 values has been added, and that is all. So 5 data has been inserted. I hope this is well understood. So that was what we did earlier. So you must be able to understand. That means the question wants you to understand the flow before you now output. And that was why you were given 6 marks to solve this problem. This problem is not a long thing. You are given these 6 marks for a reason. So you can write your code and dry run your code. You must be able to dry run it, because if you just run it on Visual Studio Code, you won't get how it's supposed to work. So you must dry run. So that means that according to this illustration, the first value is what? Is at index 4, not at index 0. Because that is the first node. So that means the linked list is from bottom to top, not from top to bottom as you guys must have expected. So the question has changed against your own expectation. So the question now says from the output, it states that the procedure output linked list outputs the data in the linked list in order by following what? pointers from first node. That means you must start outputting from first node. Remember, the value for first node was what? Was now 4. That means you continue to output from index 4, then 2 from index 4. The next is what? Index 3. The next is what? Index 2. Index 1. Then you get to then you must stop outputting when you get to -1. I hope you guys understand this. That means the first node is index 4. When you output this value, what is the next node? Index 3. Then you output this value. What is the next node? Index 2. You output this value. What is the next node? Index 1. You output this value. What is the next node? Index 0. You output this value. What is the next node? -1. That means that is the end of the linked list. I hope this is well understood. So the question is against your expectation. So you must write the code, dry run the code, understand the code before you write your code or before you write the next code, or else you might be in trouble. Okay, now let's solve this. So since we are outputting from don't forget that we are going to continue to output from the first node until the value of the first node is not equal to what? -1, isn't it? Because as you output, don't forget you must get the next pointer. But you are not asked to update. Don't forget, we are only outputting. We are not deleting. So don't make a mistake by outputting and now updating the pointer. Don't update. The values are not deleted. You are just printing. Do you understand? So that means that we have to write while true. Okay? That's it. We continue or we use a variable to get the current index. I hope you understand that. We use a variable to get the current index and we continue to output until the value of current index is not -1 or just write while true. It depends on how you understand this code. So let's use a variable to get the current index. So current is equal to the linked list of the current must be first what? First node, isn't it? That will be the current index, not first empty, because at first empty, there is no value at first empty. Do you understand that? At this first empty, which was at index 5, there was no value. So the first node is at index 4. So that means that the current index is what? Is linked list of first node. No. It's equal to, not linked list of first node. Is equal to first node, not linked list of first node. So the current index is equal to first node. So the first node is the current index. Is that understood? Then you write, while the value of current index is not equal to -1. That is, you continue to print until the value is -1. That means we use this current variable to track the pointers backward. Okay, then you print. What are you printing? You are printing from the linked list at the current position, which is the first node position, which is index 4. Current position, then index 0. I hope you understand this. So since the value for current is equal to first node, since the value for current, let me use this yellow, is equal to first node, then we are going to print this value, which is 6, isn't it? So printing this value, then this must now be the current now. Do you understand? That means the value of current will be updated to the pointer at that same index. I hope this is understood. So that implies that the current, after printing that, the value for current will now be equal to the linked list of current, then index 1. Do you guys understand this? So the current will now be equal to this. This will now be the current, which is now index 3. Then when it goes back, it starts again from y current is not equal to -1. Of course, current is equal to 3. It's going to print the value at index 3 of 0. Then take current as what? As the next index. It goes back and print, then current will now be equal to 2. It goes back and prints a linked list 2, 0, which is this value. Then the current will now be equal to what? 1, the next column. It goes back and print what? Linked list. This is now linked list 1, which is now this. Then what is now the value for current? 0. It goes back and prints linked list what? 0, 0. What is now the value for current? -1. Since the value for current is now minus, what happens? It gets out of the while loop and ends the function. I hope this is well understood. That is the reason why you must run this code and understand before you write the next code. So after doing that, the next question is now we are done with that. Amend the main program to call. So we are going back to the code to call insert data. So call insert data and call what? Output linked list. Output linked list. Okay. So after calling this, you have to test your program with this data. So let's test the program. So you run your code. So enter the positive integer value, that is 51238. 51238. Can you see? It must print in the reverse manner. So this must be 83215. If this is understood, imagine writing an examination, you run your code, you understand what the question wants, you write your program, and you got this. How do you think you are going to feel? You're going to feel very happy and more confident. To the next question.